Masses filled Congress Avenue today, marching with one message. You'll see the culmination of a day without immigrants and the controversy over its effectiveness.
This is the loneliest I have seen my Mercado.
The impact is obvious. Those protesters are not working, eating, or shopping. We'll show you the local effects of the boycott on business.
So is the walkout leaving these sheep without shepherds? Our live team coverage extends to the Hill Country and beyond.
From KXAN, NBC Austin. This is your news at 6.
Good evening, everyone. America is spending a day without immigrants.
It's a boycott of work, school, and shopping to show how immigrants affect our economy.
And tens of thousands of people also marched in Houston. They rallied at Houston's Memorial Park. Some then marched to Senator John Cornyn's office. Cornyn, who was in Washington today, opposes amnesty for illegal immigrants. Mexicans south of the border also protested, blocking gates of entry into the United States. Hundreds of protesters from Juarez, Mexico, demonstrated at a bridge that passes into El Paso this morning. El Paso police, immigration, and border patrol agents all rushed to the bridge, but the protesters stayed on the Mexican side. There was a similar protest in Nuevo Laredo as well. And today, by the hundreds of thousands, crowds of mostly Hispanic immigrants, documented and undocumented, filled the streets of Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Seattle, and many other U.S. cities as part of the nationwide protest and boycott. Many businesses that rely on immigration labor, including farms, factories, and restaurants, had to shut down or slow down operations. Welcome back, everyone. Up for grabs this election year, the Latino vote, and try breaking that category down. While more than 30% of the Austin population is Hispanic, the views that are bringing them out to the polls are just as diverse as the city itself. If the number of people we saw in the immigration rallies came out to vote,
I'm a Democratic and I'm going to vote for the Democratic Party, straight Democratic.
The impact would be enough to make politicians salivate. But to cater to the, quote, Latino voter is not that easy. Just ask Rosemary Cruz from Lockhart. The protest marches in Austin and around the country haven't translated into a surge of Latino voters.
Yeah, that's sad. I'm trying to, in my area, I live in a small town. I'm trying to get all my family to vote and just get everyone involved that's Hispanic.
But to break down the Hispanic issues is not so black and white, and neither is the Latin voter.
Because I'm American.
That's why restaurant owner Diana Valles voted.
Come and get it. I voted completely differently than I've ever voted in my life today. It was kind of emotional, to tell you the truth.
Diana, a Republican herself with no formal education, owns Jorge's restaurant in North Austin. Her vote for governor is anything but expected.
Chris Bell.
The change of heart?
I would say 40% of my workforce are immigrants.
Veloz feels Democrat Bell's plan on immigration and the border is more realistic. For Veloz, Perry's is too stringent and won't keep her or her staff in business.
As Republican as I thought my heart was, I knew there needed to be a change. I wasn't really going to vote for him until I walked up there. So it surprised me as well.
While Veloz knows the catering business quite well, candidates catering to the, quote, Latino voter is like the combination plate she serves up. Quite a mixture.
So how they can put all of us under this one big Latino umbrella, it surprises me because we're all so very different.
Putting out race on the plate, but something else.
I think maturity has a lot to do with it, too. I mean, as I get older, I'm choosing to educate myself.
This is a KXAN Decision 2006 election update.
Good evening, everyone. The Texas voters have decided Governor Rick Perry is making history tonight, getting a chance to become the longest-serving governor in Texas with 10 years at the helm.
Let's go right to the boards. We have now about 26% of the vote statewide.
All right, we're going to wait for his victory speech. Meanwhile, let's go down the street. KXAN Sally Hernandez live with the campaign for independent Carol Keene Strayhorn, the 67-year-old one tough grandma who gave it her all, former Texas controller, and for what many forgot, she was also the former mayor of Austin. And what's the mood like tonight? I understand she already called Governor Perry and congratulated him, Sally.
You're absolutely right. Well, there's no excitement here compared to the excitement that you saw in the Perry camp, according to Jenny Hoff over there.
Now, that was Chris Bell conceding the race at 9:30 from Houston. Now, we heard the governor say thank you to Chris Bell and Carol Keene Strayhorn for a good race and for their phone calls. Mentioned nothing about Kinky Friedman. And that's where we find Chris Willis live at Schultz's Beer Garden with independent Kinky Friedman's colorful campaign. Not too colorful tonight, or is it, Chris?
Well, Michelle, in the words of Kinky Friedman, money can buy you a fine dog, but only love can make her wag the tail. Outspent by huge margins by his opponents, it appears the Kinky for Governor campaign has come to an end tonight.
Hey, Robert, I'm live at the Palmer Event Center at the HEB Feast of Sharing. I met a friend here, Giovanna. She likes the HEB grocery bag. You know, we couldn't have done this without our friends at HEB. They've been doing this for 17 years, providing 9,000 free Thanksgiving meals for people. And you can see, look at the crowd here. This is a need here. This is what we're talking about. These families are being fed from 4 to 8 o'clock, free parking, free event, and they're also walking away with a bag of groceries, so to say, a box of groceries, non-perishable items, so families can take it home on Thanksgiving and feed kids like Giovanna on Thanksgiving. It's a great event. Oh, I think she likes me a lot. Do you want to go down, Giovanna? There we go. I think she's looking for that cotton candy. Things are ready to get started here with the prayer, so I'm going to send it back to you guys. 4 to 8, free parking, free everything here at the Palmer Event Center. Back to you, Robert. Okay, in case you haven't heard, Willie Nelson came out with a new song for Apple iTunes. It has to do with love, but nothing to do with women. Willie was in town recording some new songs, and I sat down with him to talk about the latest one. Cowboys are frequently, secretly fond of each other.
Do you know when it's coming out?
At 72, Willie Nelson's still on tour, but never too busy to record with local musicians. What's next for you? We have Del Castillo working on an album with Del Castillo. And
Yes, and I did a song with the Giesenslaws today called I Used to Love Her, But I Had to Kill Her. So we're kind of branching.
You're talking about everything these days.
We're getting out on the edge a little bit.
Yeah, Willie's latest song is about gay cowboys.
Cowboys are frequently, secretly fond of each other. What do you think all them saddles and boots was about?
He says the song has been in the closet for more than 20 years, and the movie, Brokeback Mountain, made it easier for the song to come out. What did you think of it?
Oh, a beautifully made movie. And of course, Ang Lee is an incredible director. And you know, the guys didn't turn me on. I saw a couple of sheep in there that I liked pretty well.
What do you think of gay cowboys?
I rarely think of them, actually. But when I do, it's not a negative thought.
That's especially true. His friend and road manager, David Anderson, came out about 2 years ago.
I think when he started, all of us have been wearing jeans and, you know, things for years, and one day he showed up in a suit and tie. And we looked at each other and said, I think it's time for all of us to stop taking ourselves so seriously. And so, you know, it's no big secret that there are gay cowboys. I mean, there's been gay rodeos for 45, 50 years. So everyone seems to just be now finding out about it, which makes it even funnier. I've found out through the years they don't care whether you're straight, gay, or what. It doesn't really matter. It's what kind of man or woman you are, what kind of person you are. So you've been an advocate for biodiesel, Kinky Friedman, farmers. Would it be fair to say now you're an advocate for homosexuals? You feel that they should be open and come out whenever they choose to? Well, that's their business. I'm an advocate for freedom whatsoever.
An advocate for many things, but in his way, Willie let me know he's just a man, no greater than man.
And when I die, put it on my stone. God said, sucker, get your bad ass home. You wasn't Superman.
That's great.
Thank you. Will you record that with me?
Oh! Say that again?
Will you record that with me?
You just made my dreams come true, Willie. But I think your record sales will go down if I did that. I'll ruin it.
We'll do the video.
We got that on tape.
And now, Jim Spencer with your first warning weather forecast.
I want to thank Ray Benson for inviting us out to his studios to make that happen. Hopefully he was serious about that. Maybe I'll be in a video. As long as it has nothing to do like Jessica Simpson stuff. That'd be really bad.
That would be different.
Valles. I know you've been on Cloud 9 all day.
Oh,
big
Willie's
Willie fan.
An awesome man.
Good job.
Good stuff.